Today I have a very unusual, kind of rare cook kit for you. This is the PLA stainless steel Chinese mess kit and stove. Let's check it out. Alright folks, welcome back. So this is kind of a very unusual kit. Now I've seen this kit a few times. It was hard to find it by its name on YouTube to find other people who've actually played with it. But I came across it and decided this would be something kind of interesting because it's actually a pretty well thought out kit, and it is all stainless steel. Now the stainless steel on this is thick or better than some of the other kits that I've used, like the USGI mess kit that's stainless steel. This is actually way thicker, which means it's a little bit heavier. I believe it's 2.8 pounds, including the bag. So it's not a super light kit, but it is very well thought out and very complete. So what I'm going to do for you today is we're going to start unpacking it and show you what's inside of this and why you might want to consider it for your emergency cooking. So I'm going to start out with what's in front here. And in front you have this little ditty bag type thing here, okay? It actually would make a pretty good water collection bag or even a food carrying bag or whatever. Kind of a thing like that. Nice little bag. Very kind of thin material. Okay, that's on the outside, and you can replace that with anything. I was thinking about putting, there are bunches of ways to use the stove in here, so we'll get into that, but I was thinking about putting an alcohol stove in there. Not sure that's how I'm going to do it, but I'll show you why later. Let's unzip the top here. You do have a nice strap on this all the way around, okay? So you can carry this. I did have to open it up a little bit because it came super, super short. Up top here, this is kind of a bone of contention to the people who've reviewed this. Now, I put salt and pepper in here, but because this can be used with Esbit tablets as well, this is almost the perfect size of a tablet, okay? So you could store 2 Esbit tablets up in there, hexamine or whatever. I just put pepper and salt in here because that's my most common thing that I season things with, so that's what I put up top. The actual kit is on the inside, and there's more to it than the kit too, which is kind of cool. This is the actual cook kit here, okay? Now this guy here opens up that way. This top comes off, and you can use this as a lid, or even as a plate if you had to, but more as a lid. And I noticed that it has some holes here on the side, so this would work really, really good as a steamer for rice, okay? And it will fit both pans inside here. Inside here you have another pan, okay? Put it like that. There you go. And as you can see, this is thick stainless steel. Not aluminum, nothing like that. It is, the markings in there are in Chinese, so you'll have to kind of translate and or understand what each marking means. And then you have this larger pan here, okay? This guy here is same deal, super, super heavyweight. And again, the lid will work for that as well. So you can use it as a lid if you want to do some rice cooking or anything like that. Now we're going to get inside the kit itself. Let me put this stuff over here. Hope that's all in camera. Okay. This is the most interesting part of it because this confused the heck out of me when I got it. This is the actual stove support, whatever you want to call it. This is it here, okay? Very flat. Very easy to use. You're going to just pop open these feet on the bottom, and they are a little hard to pull out when you first do it. You're going to think you're going to break it. You're not. And then these pieces will pop open like this. Now this does have a diffuser if you wanted to put this down, say, and diffuse your heat from your heat source underneath, or if you wanted to use that little, there's that tablet again, a tablet like this on here. I would advise against using any kind of gel tablets because you do have holes here, and those gel tablets tend to melt. But any kind of solid fuel would probably work very, very well here. For our use today, we're going to be using a little alcohol stove. I have a little titanium alcohol stove that I'm going to pop under there, and we'll be opening it up like this. And basically, it's going to work like this. You're just going to put this down here, like that. And there you go. It's sitting on the back there, so it's not too stable. So that's that there, okay? We're going to try that out that way. And there's still more stuff in here. If I can get it around the front. All right. You have a full utensil and cutting kit in here. This is kind of neat, too. And you do have another zipper back here. I'm not sure what that's for. The bag is actually pretty decent, pretty well made. It is the what is the Type 07A camo from the Chinese military. Oh, there's nothing in there, so it's just an empty pocket. Okay, I'm going to put that to the side. This is your little utensil kit here. So in here, you of course have the little Chinese star on it. In here you have a spoon and a fork and a knife, if I can get it out. There we go. And a can opener as well. These are very, very stiff when you first get it. There you go. So pretty full service utensil kit. Will do pretty much anything you need it to do. And we are actually going to use this kit only to prepare what we're going to make today. We're making some Spam and eggs, or some really dollar store, Dollar General low-cost luncheon loaf and eggs. And we're going to get that all set up for you. But that's what's inside the kit. And it's just intriguing to me. It's an interesting little tiny kit. Not super lightweight, but definitely well thought out and well engineered. So what I'm going to do with this, we're going to take this and put it back here, is underneath here I'm going to put a piece of tin foil because I don't want to burn my wood. And I am going to put my little alcohol stove under here. This is a little titanium alcohol stove I reviewed some time back. This little guy here, Boundless Voyage. The reason I chose this is because it's flatter than the Trangia, and it will fit inside those pans, and I can carry it that way. That's why I'm not going to put it in the front of the bag. I'm going to put it inside the pans for a portable kit. I'll just put it under there, and we're ready to rock and roll. So let me get this all set up, and I'm going to show you what we're going to be making, and we're going to start it up cooking. All right, so we're all set up out here. I do have my Spam out, and I don't know how many of you guys remember these old tabs that you have to open the cans with. Spam used to come like this. You had the tab on the bottom, you'd break it off and roll it around. These little cans from the Dollar Tree come like that. So what I did was I took the Spam and kind of moistened the pan just to keep it a little bit of natural grease in it. I'm going to use the eggs from Freeze Dried Wholesalers. I love these things because they are so easy to use. You literally are going to just take them out here, put some water in here, and they will hydrate real quick. You do have to drain them, but super simple to use. So we're going to take a little bit of that, make some eggs. They're just cooked scrambled eggs, dehydrated. I toss them in here. And they do come out really fluffy. I know it seems weird, but if you haven't tried these yet, you definitely want to try them out. By the way, I did get an email from him the other day saying that things were slowly back in stock. So that's definitely a good thing. He has got his stock levels back up again. So if you're interested in ordering, remember my link saves you 15% just for using my link. That should be good. You'll always have to drain off a little bit, but if you kind of just let them sit for about 5 or 10 minutes, they will hydrate very quickly, and they're really good. So we're going to chop up the Spam here, or luncheon meat as they call it. I'm going to use this knife. Not the sharpest knife in the world, but it'll get the job done. There we go. And I'm just going to make little cubes out of it. Okay. There we go. I'm just going to cube that up like that. Spin it around. This is going to be interesting. I didn't think it was going to go too well at that. It's a short knife. Okay. Yeah. We're going to lose some of it there. That's okay. We'll just cut that piece there. All right. So there we go. We got all that going. I'm going to light the burner and see how well this works with an alcohol stove. Yeah. There we are. So I'm going to let that bloom, and I'll bring you back once we got the Spam in there and going, and we'll try out this recipe. All right, you probably can't see it, of course, in the light, but it is fully bloomed now. So we're just going to take our Spam and toss it in here. I really just want to brown it up. I kind of like it crispy and burned sometimes, but not everybody likes it that way. So we're going to just brown it up here. Just break up pieces that didn't fully cut, because that knife is awfully small. I wouldn't suggest using it other than, like a utensil knife, not a food prep knife. So we're going to pop this on here. There we go. And I'm going to clean off that. And we're going to use the spoon to move stuff around in it. And you will have to wash this off later because I got Spam all up in there. But, hey, we'll clean it up later. So there you go. We're going to let that cook for a little bit, get it nice and browned up, and then we will add in anything we want to add, and got to add a little hot sauce and the eggs. While we're waiting on that, I wanted to show you the eggs. See, they do come out awesome, just fluffy and light. So I'm going to heat them up. What I'm going to do is when that's done, we're going to toss in the eggs and mix it around. But again, this is just a really simple meal for a cooking demo. You can do whatever you want on something like this. It's just a quick, simple put-together meal. And I can tell that heat is very, very centralized. For boiling water, this would be awesome, because it's kind of making the heat in the center of the pan. And it's not browning up this stuff, but then again, that's because this is like dollar store spam. It's not really the good stuff, but give me a few more minutes, let it finish up, and then we will give you my final thoughts on the stove and what I think about it, and how I think it works. So far, it's pretty impressive. It's actually doing the job I want it to do. And while being a little heavy, it's definitely a heavy-duty stove that if you use it correctly and don't beat the heck out of it, would probably last you a lifetime. So, see you in a few minutes. That's definitely done. I did put a little minced onion in there. Okay. I'll throw the eggs in, heat them up, and I'll bring you back once it's all done and ready. All right, so we're pretty much done. I checked the eggs. They're definitely good. I'm going to snuff out the fire down there. There we go. We'll take a look at this and show you what we got. And it definitely did burn the bottom of the pan, but being stainless steel, it doesn't matter because I can just get that off no problem. It's coming right off just by scraping it with the spoon. So as you can see, let's put a little hot sauce in there. I probably should close that knife end. There we go. Before I try to eat this and stab myself. There we go. So let's mix it up, and there you go. Good stuff for breakfast. And a real simple meal, of course. You can be as fancy as you want on this thing. But I gotta say, I'm actually really impressed with it. When I first got it, because I could not find any really detailed videos on it, I kind of was figuring out, how do I use this thing? Because they don't give you instructions where I bought it. And I will give you a link down below. The stove is on Amazon. They're about $48, so a little expensive. But for the cookware alone, I mean, this stuff is like built like a tank. You know, for the cookware alone, I wouldn't hesitate to do that. But that's a nice little handy kind of option there. It doesn't get too hot. Like, it's warm, but it's not super, super hot. And even with an alcohol stove, or if you flip these down, you want to use Esbit tablets, you can do it that way. If it gets really bad, you need some wind protection. If you are using an alcohol stove, you could always put up some kind of wind barrier around it like that, windscreen, and you'd have no problem because it perfectly would block out that while allowing you to get your handle without any problem. So definitely cool stuff. I like it. A little bit on the heavy side, so if you're going ultra light, definitely wouldn't choose this for an option. But for just kind of going out for a day trip, day pack kind of thing, maybe something in your vehicle as an emergency cook kit with an alcohol stove, as long as you don't burn beneath the alcohol stove, you probably have a pretty good system. So the link for it will be down below. Like I said, they run about $48, so they're not cheap. Okay, you got a 1 liter rice pot. That's this guy here. That's 7 by 5 by 3.5 inches. You have a 0.8 liter steam pot. I'm sorry, that's the rice pot. That's the steam pot that I cook the eggs in. And that pot will be about 7 by 5 by 3. The cover goes over either one. This one will just go over the top like that, and will allow it to steam with the holes and the sides. Okay, you got a little bit of play there. And this one fits right on the inside of it perfectly. So all in all, neat little kit. Kind of an unusual kit. Kind of hard to find. I haven't been able to find these anywhere recently but Amazon. And I was really shocked to see them. So I figured I'm going to pick one up and review it for you guys because it's kind of different and unique. I believe they have a good supply of them, so it won't be one of those things that I review and it's gone the next day or 5 hours after I put up the video. So check them out. It will be below. Below that, we'll have our freeze-dried wholesaler link. Again, I used their scrambled eggs today. He has his stuff back in stock, a lot more back in stock. Some of the steak items are back, some of the meat items. So definitely check them out. My link will save you 15%. You click the link, you go right to it. You're right there. When you check out, you'll see my discount on the end there. Below that is our Amazon affiliate store where this will be located, but I'll have a direct link for you. That link will allow you to see all the items that I use in the store. In the store, you can pick up all the items I use in the channel. And if you're interested in just clicking that link and shopping as you normally would, we do appreciate that. Easy way to support the channel without spending any extra money. Below that is our My Patriot Supply link. That's preparewithiridium.com, preparewithiridium.com. This month, we have a blowout sale on the 3-month kit. you're going to get $200 off. It's around 5 something. Instead of 700 something, it's 5 something. You're going to be saving a lot of money on that and get a really good deal. And if you don't have any preps at all, that's an excellent way to start your food preps. Kickstart them. Boom, 3 months of food right at your door. It's a big kit, but it's definitely worth the money. And then we have our Thrive Life freeze-dried food store as well at our Money Metals Exchange down there. If you're interested in getting started on some precious metal storage, we have that below there. Anyway, folks, I thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.